Hey, this is Individual Perspective Podcast. I'm your host, Daris D. McKinney. How you guys doing? How are you doing? Okay. I'm introducing, I always want to introduce, I'm probably going to do this for months and years afterwards until we get our subscribers up. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Please do that. I got to get my numbers up and everything. And if you see how hard I've been working, if you just scroll and go through my pages and my channel, you'll see that I've been doing work to try to give you guys real substantial content. And what I mean by substantial is purposeful conversation, something that you could kind of process through how you think and conversations you may have or the lives that you may live. And you might be out of the topic because you're in the high six figures or something like that, but I try to give a average conversation that human beings can have. I always say, yes, it's good to listen to and watch Andrew Tate, Fresh and Fit, Anton Daniels, Ramsey, all the motivational speakers, Carl Cardone and all that stuff like that, and PBD and all that. It's just, and it's good to kind of go across that to get yourself a mindset reshift if you have to do that. But most of the time, what's going on with us as human beings, Asians, Hispanics, Middle Eastern, black, white? What's going on with us as human beings? What's the stuff that's really internal to a person that is not about what you got and who you are and what your status is and all that other stuff? What's going on with the self individual? And that's what I kind of fight for, to have that kind of conversation. How should we process things that are being said? How our media talks to us? What news is getting communicated to us? What our favorite podcasters and social influencers and movie stars and musicians and anchors and just the high societal people in our lives, or we observe the media, the movies, the music. How are we processing it as an individual person when no one's looking, when we're sitting on the toilet taking a shit? Okay, I understand that's rude, but you guys, I have done a test of the algorithm, and I'm still doing a detailed test of the social media algorithm to see what you guys are liking, what's the things you're listening to, what you're gravitating to, what you're connecting to and stuff. And one thing I say can have, it's all in common, no matter how suburbia you are, how grungy you are, how ratchet you are, how nerdy you are, how passive you are, how aggressive you are. What I'm learning is what they all have in common is everybody's looking for real, rude, and raw. So that's what I'm trying to give to you guys, and that's what Individual Perspective is trying to give you, more of a psychological individual analysis on the truth. I say no one wants to lie to themselves. No one wants to fake knowledge. No one wants to make knowledge or information or what's going on suitable to their own ingestible appetite, to what they kind of like and everything. They really want to know what's up. They want to know the real situation. They don't want to be lied to. They don't want to learn errors or fake information, and then they go out with their friends and their family members or in just cordial conversations, and they're talking fake, untrue stuff, and meaning that you don't have knowledge, you don't have intellect to even know that what you're saying is false. So individuals, they truly want the truth. They truly want to know the truth. They truly want to be able to advocate the truth, communicate the truth, be able to articulate the truth in their own personal, individual way. So I believe an individual perspective is a truth that you have, that you know that it is what it is, and you articulate it in your own way, but it's the truth. It is the truth. You get what I'm saying? So that you wouldn't lie to yourself, and you wouldn't want to be representative. You wouldn't want to represent yourself with falsehood. You wouldn't want to do that to yourself. If you're in your right mind, you just wouldn't want to be a liar, a fake, a person that don't really know what the world they really living in, what the situation really is going on, what the truth is, and anything that they communicate out their mouth. So I always say, never open your mouth unless you know what the truth is and you know how to communicate the truth in your own individual way, but at the same time it's the truth. Okay, so that's what an individual perspective is, and I show an example of it in what I talk about. Go and grab topics and things that I'm interested in and everything, and I try to evaluate it in a highly extreme objective way so you can see how an individual perspective works when you're truly of your own mind and your own knowing. You get what I'm saying? So I just wanted to come in and tell you guys that, and just constantly keep asking you guys to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and thank you for your time. And please hit it up. Okay, I'm doing it in different ways, y'all. I'm gonna make it better. I'm gonna have a better backdrop. So I got artwork and different things, and lights and stuff. I can put up colors and stuff. I can put up, but I'm just trying to do the work right now and try to get enough of you guys to come in and hit that like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe, please, and hit that notification bell so you can be pinged every time I'm posting something or I'm doing the show. Okay, and I'll start handing out a schedule of what shows I'm doing. I'm a very multitasker person. I make films. I spent the last 8 years making about 6 films, and I'm editing them up and putting them out to distribution so you guys can see them on the streaming platforms and stuff like that. In addition to that, I do construction, maintenance, stuff like that. My hands is in so much stuff just so I can kind of get out there and improve and build on what we're doing here. And also I'm doing hours of podcasts. You can see I'm doing that. So in addition to that, I'm a designer. I do web and apps. I build apps and stuff. I manage servers and content servers for different companies and stuff like that. So my hands is in a lot. I'm in a lot of AI right now and stuff too, because you got to get yourself tight in that stuff. So Individual Perspective Podcast, we got to ramp it up. That's why you see me so aggressive. You go look at my watches and my shows and my episodes and things I'm posting. I'm very active, and we're going to be like this for years to come. Hit the like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the flip side, okay? Thanks for joining us. Come in and watch some of those shows. Come and watch some of those shows.